Brighton's AMEX Stadium cost $119 million to build, but the story behind it is much bigger than just money. It took almost 10 years from the very first idea until the stadium was finally open. Along the way, many plans were made, changed, or even stopped. It was a long and difficult road. Fans of Brighton and Hove Albion wanted a new place to call home. Their old stadium was small and outdated. Everyone dreamed of a bigger, better stadium where the team and fans could feel proud. But building the new stadium was not easy. Many people in the town were unsure about it. Some were worried about the effects on the environment because the land where they planned to build was a wet, marshy area. Others were afraid that it would change their community too much. Imagine trying to build a big, strong stadium on soft, wet land where many thought nothing could grow. It seemed impossible, but the builders worked hard, using smart ideas to make the stadium safe and strong. Slowly, the AMEX Stadium rose from the ground and became a new home for Brighton football. Today, it stands as a symbol of hope and success for the club and the city. In this video, we will share the full story you don't often hear: the struggles, the fights to get permission, the setbacks, and the big moments of joy. You will see how a project that seemed impossible turned into a proud place where fans cheer every week. By the end, you will understand how much effort and hope it took to build the stadium. Whether you love football or just like stories about overcoming challenges, this video is for you. The story of Brighton's AMEX Stadium began in the early 2000s with big dreams but many challenges. The first plans for the new stadium came out at that time, but the project quickly ran into serious problems. One of the biggest was that the land chosen was a protected marshland. This meant the area was special for nature, with important plants and animals living there. Because of this, building the stadium wasn't as simple as just putting up walls and seats. The team had to come up with costly and complex engineering solutions to make sure the marshland wouldn't be damaged too much. This wasn't just a small problem. It caused many delays as the builders and city planners had to find ways to work around environmental rules. They had to design special drainage systems and create foundations that could hold the stadium safely on the soft, wet ground. What started as a big challenge slowly turned into a unique part of the stadium's story and design. Local people were also worried. Some did not want the stadium in their neighborhood, fearing it would bring noise, traffic, and change the community's feel. This created resistance that added to the long wait. So how did Brighton turn this wetland problem into one of the stadium's strongest features? And what finally helped the club get approval to build after so many years?
How these problems caused big delays and what changes made it possible for Brighton to get the green light and begin building the stadium. Brighton's journey to build the AMEX Stadium wasn't just about fighting nature. It was also a battle to secure enough money and approval. The total cost was about $119 million, a huge amount for the club and the city. Brighton's local council and the football club had to work closely to find ways to pay for the stadium. They balanced money from the city's budget, private investors, and the club itself. Is that the club's owner made a big promise. He pledged a large part of his own money to make sure the stadium would become real. This showed how serious he was about giving Brighton a new home, even when the project looked risky and uncertain. But even with this promise, the project faced tough times. There were moments when money seemed to run out and the future of the stadium looked unsure. At one point, Brighton's leaders had to make a desperate move to save the project. They pushed hard for extra funding and made deals with investors to keep the plan alive. Their determination helped the project stay on track when it could have easily fallen apart. So, after securing the funding, did everything go smoothly? Was the stadium's path clear now, or were there still challenges ahead? The detail play what happened after the money was finally in place and how Brighton moved forward to build the stadium despite the obstacles. Building the AMEX Stadium was no easy task because it was built on marshy land. This soft, wet ground made construction very tricky. To keep the stadium strong and safe, builders had to use special foundations. They drove deep piles into the ground to hold up the heavy structure. They also created smart drainage systems to manage water and prevent flooding. Without these clever solutions, the stadium could have sunk or been damaged over time. Is that the AMEX Stadium is one of the greenest stadiums in the UK. It has a huge solar panel system on its roof that produces a big part of the stadium's electricity. This helps save energy and reduce pollution. By using this technology, the stadium not only solved environmental problems, but became a leader in green design. So how did a place built on difficult land turn into a model for innovation? Builders and engineers worked closely with environmental experts to find new ways to protect the land and power the stadium. They turned what seemed like a problem into a strength by focusing on sustainability and smart design. But did these clever ideas come without problems? Construction projects often face delays and unexpected costs, and the AMEX Stadium was no different. Some of the new technology and tough ground conditions made the building process longer and more expensive than first planned. But then Brighton is pushed through these challenges and what the final result means for the club and the community. Since it opened, the AMEX Stadium has become a busy and important place for Brighton.
It hosts big football games where fans cheer on their team. The stadium also holds concerts and special events, bringing people from all over to enjoy music and celebrations. It has helped Brighton gain attention and grow as a city with a strong sports culture. Even though many people praise the stadium for its modern design and eco-friendly features, some fans are not happy with its location. The stadium is quite far from Brighton's city center, which makes it harder for some supporters to get there easily. This has caused complaints about travel time and public transport options. So, can a stadium be both a great success and still face criticism? The AMEX Stadium shows us that even a well-loved place can have its challenges. As Brighton looks ahead, questions remain about what the future holds. Will the club continue to grow and bring more exciting matches to the stadium? How will the team and city work together to improve access and keep fans happy? The future plans for the AMEX Stadium and how it might keep changing the story of Brighton football for years to come. The AMEX Stadium is more than just a place for football. It is a powerful story of resilience. From the very beginning, building this stadium faced many challenges. It started on a marshy, protected land that made construction difficult and expensive. The project also struggled with delays, money problems, and concerns from local people. But through all these obstacles, Brighton's leaders and fans never gave up. Today, the stadium stands as a proud symbol of the city's determination and hope. It's not just a home for the football team, but a beacon of what can be achieved when a community comes together and pushes forward despite setbacks. Every game played there reminds us of that hard-fought journey. As we said at the start, the stadium rose from a tricky marshland into a modern, green, and beloved sports arena. Its story is as inspiring as the great moments on the pitch. So, what can we learn from the AMEX Stadium's long path? It shows us that chasing big dreams takes patience, courage, and teamwork. Even when the odds are stacked against you, with effort and belief, amazing things can happen. As Brighton's football future continues to unfold, the stadium's legacy reminds us that success is rarely easy, but it's always worth fighting for. What does this story make you think about your own goals? How can you turn challenges into stepping stones towards something great? Brighton Stadium is a powerful example of how passion and persistence can create something truly unforgettable. It's more than just a place for sports. It stands as a symbol of pride for the whole community. Whether you love it or have questions, the AMEX Stadium story reminds us all what's possible when people come together. Tell us what you think about the AMEX Stadium in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stadium stories.